Hi, it is with great pleasure which I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Maria Teresa Barletta. I'm the sales manager at Gallotti&Radice, the renowned furniture brand from Italy, specializing in luxury living products. I would like, first of all, to introduce you to a very new product. It is called the Holly and it's been designed by Lucio Betronovo. As you can see, it's a beautiful design which plays with different materials. So we have, for example, glass, which is used for the top, which is literally sitting on the two-side glass tops, and an interesting structure in a beautiful black ash veneer. And again, to complement and create more transparency is another shelf here in the middle, in the same color finish of the glass. To complement as well, the bedside table is the chest of drawer. So essentially it's the same language with a little bit more functionality to it. So you can have for example, this pull-out top, which is then beautifully finished as well with an oval shape, fully upholstered in velvet, which is one of the favorite fabric of Gallotti&Radice. There is also extra storage available, so we have 2 drawers in the same finish, as well as an open compartment over here with the same detailing of the glass top in the same finish, and a beautiful single small drawer with a beauty box inside, which can be easily just pull out, and obviously matching velvet finish here. Taking center stage is this enormous rug. This is actually something new for Gallotti&Radice. It's the very first deep pile rug of man-made fibre, which is available in 2 different sizes and 2 different kind of tonal colours as well. The beauty of it is that it's been actually cut by hand, and it's something perhaps you can appreciate here when there is the separation of the 2 elements, cut by hand, that you can hardly notice. To complement the rug is the new spin-off addition to the Audrey sofa range, which is called Audrey Motion. The beauty of it is that you can actually, rather than have a single sofa freestanding, you can create different configurations. So there are modular pieces in 2 different sizes, which you can effectively allow you to create like islands for very large kind of lobby areas and dining areas. Quite new as well about this particular range is the functionality of the covers, so you can effectively remove the fabric covers as and when needed. Also new is the single armchair, which you can see here, designed by the young and talented Federica Biasi. Particularly, I think about this design is the very bold structure supporting the back seat and the seat. There is definitely a Japanese aesthetic. We have the Prism Low coffee table, which is a spin-off from the Desk range launched in 2019 and designed by the very talented young Lebanese designers called David Nicholas. And also these 2 kind of monolith coffee tables on the left and on the right here. They're made of stone, so they are deliberately left a little bit rough and even on the surface, as no kind of raisins have been used to polish them. So at the touch is very, very smooth, but to the eye it will have all the kind of imperfection or natural kind of imperfection of marble. This is in particular, it's called actually Travertino Romano marble. So that you have, if you've been to Rome, you probably are familiar with this. This is actually probably one of the more intricate design on display here and of the 2020 collection. The designers have actually used a very old technique, which is called Intarsio, and it was developed in Italy back in the Renaissance. What it actually consists of is joining together the noble part of the woods, in this particular case is walnut, and mix it with other precious material. More often that was actually used to achieve a contrasting chromatic effect, or particular texture effects as well. Here instead we have a very kind of a modern material. It's natural aluminium, and it actually creates a very beautiful kind of dynamic geometry. The overall collection can be used for domestic applications as well as a contract application. So I'm thinking about, for example, hospitality or commercial projects. The Audrey Motion project would be probably more suited for contract applications, as it does really give the scope for the designer to create interesting different configurations to suit the available space, whilst perhaps a product like the Lever Armchair by Federica Biasi could be very well suited for an hospitality project, but why not as well for a very kind of high-end domestic project. But obviously everything is kind of interchangeable. The new fabric which had been introduced for the 2020 collection, and in particular this one, is quite striking and quite unusual. Taking inspiration from Gobelin, which originated in France back in the 15th century, and it was at the time particularly used for tapestry. And I think it's a very interesting variation. At this stage, we're just experimenting and test the water and see what market will respond to two different colours, essentially taking inspiration from greenery. But there is also a variation as well in a very, very neutral, which is more kind of Gallotti&Radice colour scheme. I would say it's certainly a very kind of unusual inspiration, which one of our designers who worked on the new Elise sofa shared with us. Leonardo Dainelli made a journey to Tuscany just to visit the birthplace of Giovanni Boccaccio, the Italian poet. And as he was enjoying the view of the building when he actually was born, it couldn't help noticing the interplay of shadows and light, old buildings and new buildings as well. So enjoying the architectural variation within the scenery in front of him. And that was just enough to kind of inspire him a detail for the new sofa, which can be appreciated in the linear line of the stitching along the perimeter of the backrest, or in the interlay of geometrical lines in the plinth of the sofa. Gallotti&Radice will continue to develop a total living solution. What total living solution means for Gallotti&Radice is to continue to work on new projects for bedroom and living interiors, obviously maintaining the timeless elegance, tasteful approach, and adding a little bit of experimentation as well with new materials and new texture. It was really lovely talking to you today, and I utterly enjoyed sharing the collection with you, and I hope to see you soon.